All right, you guys. So everybody, salute for y'all tapping on in, like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in the building, man. And we'll get right into this video, man, and talk about this situation that's going on with I'm talk about the situation going on with Cam Newton, former NFL football player, current. I think he works on ESPN now with Stephen A. Smith, and also he has his own podcast show online as well that's doing successful. Well, Cam Newton, it has been getting absolutely destroyed for his most recent comments that have been revealed. Now, basically, women are upset with Cam Newton for comments that he made referring to his girlfriend. Now, according to the reports, Cam Newton basically came out and he requested a list of men that his girlfriend had had sexual relationships with before she started dating him. Now, I'm going to give you guys, and I'm going to read this article to y'all, right? And a lot of women are upset, saying that Cam is a misogynistic, this, that, and the third. And do women request a list of women that men slept with before they met them? Cam is getting cooked because of this. Now, I'm going to let y'all know what the article says again. This is because a lot of you guys, I'm going to say this to y'all. In the comment section, what y'all do is y'all try to make what I say is report. Y'all try to make that my opinion. You're not finna make my opinion a report. Whatever's a report, that's the report. That's not my opinion. Excuse me. That's not my opinion. That's just a report. Point blank, period. So please don't do that. I hate when people do that. I hate when people come in here and say, oh, you capping. No, that's not me capping. That's the report. Why the hell is you mad? You mad at a report that I didn't even put out. I'm just bringing the news to y'all, right? So, anyways, it's been going on online, and I'll put this article up here from Black Sports Online as well, so you guys can go check it out. But Cam Newton requested a list of men that Jasmine Brown had dated before their relationship, meaning that she had a sexual relationship with. Now, according to this report, right, and I'm going to tell y'all why this has so many people, women mainly is what I've seen, upset with him. Cam has boldly revealed that before locking things down with the girlfriend Jasmine Brown, he asked her for a full list of her previous sexual partners. Apparently, Cam didn't want any drama with Jasmine's past sexual partners, hence going all out to ask that bold question. Now, during the October 3rd episode, the former NFL MVP said he simply wanted to avoid unnecessary awkwardness or embarrassment in the future. He said, I needed to know. I have to know, he told Posey. He said, I want to know because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship, I want to know who got one up on me and if I'm willing to take on that burden. If you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that, he said. Now, after revealing that he asked his girlfriend for a list of men she had slept with, Cam Newton said he did the same for her. He gave her a list of all the women he piped out. Now, the conversation quickly went viral, and it sparked a debate over whether Cam Newton's request was reasonable or invasive. When it came to Brown, who is currently pregnant with Cam Newton and her second child, and I think it's Cam's ninth child, she responded, I actually love the fact that he has my list. Such a weight off my chest, she said. Jasmine further chimed in on the controversial conversation when she asked, ladies, how would you respond if your man wanted to know your list? In conclusion, Cam has got a list, Jasmine has got the man, and everybody got questions, the report says, but honestly, modern romance is wild, right? So Cam, he got all these women mad. They all mad at him because he told her or he questioned her basically and told her he need a list of every nigga she smashed so that he can make sure didn't none of these niggas that's out here got a one up on him and can say something. Now, I'm asking everybody in here how y'all feel about that off top anyways. But let me play what he said. I want to play what he said, you guys.
Of who she fucked?
Now, hold on. I want y'all to listen because this has gotten a lot of people feeling away. I'm telling y'all this. Now,
I wanted to know her list. Of who she fucked? I want to know. I needed to know. I have to. Oh my God. And I'm going to tell you why, though. If you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that. Because if you don't give me that, you got me. Hey, y'all, this is my girl. And you got somebody over there in that corner like, that nigga don't know. What's up, my boy? You good? She bad, ain't she? Yeah, that's mine. Baby, you want some juice? You want some punch? It has nothing to do with insecurity. But this is where I want women to understand. If she had been with somebody that was close to me, I would have had to respectfully, I'm not there yet. I can't. Not that grown yet. I can't carry that weight yet. Right. You cool, you're beautiful, but baby, that's my teammate. Right. Baby, we see each other too much. We in the same rooms. And even though he a good dude, my ego is gonna be, yeah.
So women are upset with Cam because he demanded that, you know, his girl, before they went further in their relationship, give him a list. Now, they're mad at him because they're saying, nigga, you got 9 kids. You out here telling a girl to give you a list? Well, Cam explained himself. He said, well, I want the list because if she banged any of my friends, I can't roll with you. Like, I just can't do it. Now, some people understood where Cam was coming from. They say, yo, man, look, he do have a right to know if she banged any of his friends. But a lot of women are out here trying to bash Cam, saying that Cam is out of pocket and that nigga is foul and that nigga is invading her privacy because he asked her that question. So I just wanted to bring this to y'all and ask y'all, do y'all think that Cam Newton was out of pocket? Or do y'all think that he was in line to ask her, hey, look, I want to know who everybody you slept with. So ain't no surprises around here. Can't nobody come up on me and, you know, do me dirty or I won't be caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people, they take this different. Some women, you know, they tripping off this. Now, some women, I seen a couple understand, but most of them is going in on Cam. Now, all the fellas, I really seen like probably about 80% of the fellas that I saw, the dudes that was writing in the comments online, they was with Cam. They was like, yo, he should be able to know, because they said that, you know, if him being famous and if she was with somebody else, like one of his friends or one of his teammates, like he said, don't he have a right to know before he get with you? So he can avoid that situation, right? But then again, you have women that's out here trying to, you know, shame Cam and flame his ass because he got 9 kids. And I seen a couple women talk about that. They say, nigga, you got 9 kids. You out here asking somebody who slept with who. Nigga, sit down. I seen this in those comments online. I play it again, what he said. And by the way, the girlfriend is beautiful. Oh, my God.
List. Of who she fucked? I want to know. I needed to know. I have to. Oh, my God. And I'm going to tell you why, though. If you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that. Because if you don't give me that, you got me. Hey, y'all, this is my girl. And you got somebody over there in that corner like, that nigga don't know. What's up, my boy? You good? She bad, ain't she? Yeah, that's mine. Baby, you want some juice? You want some punch? It has nothing to do with insecurity. But this is where I want women to understand. If she had been with somebody that was close to me, I would have had to respectfully, I'm not there yet. I can't. Not that grown yet. I can't carry that weight yet. Right. You cool, you're beautiful, but baby, that's my teammate. Right. Baby, we see each other too much. We in the same rooms. And even though he a good dude, my ego is gonna be, yeah.
Yeah, now I see some people talking about this too, saying, why would you be worried about that if that's the past? If you care about her, you like her, why would you be worried about who she dealt with in the past? Well, I'm gonna say this. Some dudes, they don't want to be with a woman who was with one of their friends previously, right? And then somebody said, well, why don't you just ask her who they've been with? She might not know that he knows some of the people that she was with before, especially if she's in those circles. So I mean, him saying, yo, I want to know everybody. She might not know some people on that list that he might know. She might not know that he know them. So she might know, okay, well, he know this one, but she might not know if he know another one. So that is a crazy, that's a sticky situation right there, man, because again, it all depends on how you approaching this situation. If you, and I'm gonna say it again, if you care about a girl being with your friend or being with somebody you know before you, if you care about that, then you're gonna want to know that. Who wants to be surprised in a relationship if you pull up? Because see, here's the worst thing, y'all. If Cam Newton's out with a chick, he's dating her heavy and doesn't know that her and one of her, they go out, they see one of his friends, he introduced her, blah, 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 and then later on he found out that them two had sex. I mean, bro, like, and she didn't even tell this nigga the whole time. Right? So I think that's where his point where he coming from. So that's why he said, tell me everybody, because he said he's basically I'm famous. So I know a lot of people. A lot of people can know me. You know what I mean? And so, here's the thing too. Y'all see, and I gotta ask y'all this question, right? Because it don't seem like it has that much of a problem in our society now about people dating people leftovers. Because y'all see a lot of people that know each other dating their leftovers. It used to be morals like that. It used to be ethics like that. Like, yo, if you my man's, I'm not gonna ever date your girl. Like, let me give y'all an example. The shit with Stevie J and Faith. Stevie J was cool with Big. He should have never touched Faith Evans. I don't care if Big ain't here no more or not. The nigga was out of pocket. But the era we live in, people give that shit a pass. They don't operate off the code of ethics and morals no more. See what I'm saying? So now, a dude, like y'all hear all this stuff in the industry anyways. Everybody's sleeping with each other. So, it's like one big sleep along going on. So at the end of the day, you know, is Cam that wrong for wanting to know so that he don't put himself in a bad situation? You got to ask yourselves that question. You know what I'm saying? Now, to the woman who says, motor culture, salute to you, baby. I see you in the building. You said that Cam, you don't think he has good critical thinking skills. He not game tight at all. Why didn't he have good critical thinking skills? Respectfully, I'm going to ask you that question. Why doesn't Cam have good critical thinking skills? That's just what I want to know. Why do you say that? What's your reasoning for saying that Cam Newton does not have good critical thinking skills? Because you just said that. You said Cam Newton does not have good critical thinking skills. Right? So I just want to know why you say that. Because you said you say he don't have good critical thinking skills. This ain't no disrespect to you. I just want to know what's your reasoning for saying that. Because I'm gonna ask you a question. if you were dating a man and he slept with your girlfriend, would you want to know? So if you was dating a man who's famous, who you know hang in certain circles, and so you, before you date this dude, you want to know, hey, can you please tell me who you was dating, so that if there's any conflict. To me personally, I'll be honest with y'all. It's only disrespectful if a person takes it disrespectful, in my opinion. Because you can ask a person that respectfully, and some people be like, hey, that's my privacy. But there's some people will be like, oh, I ain't tripping off nothing, I'll tell you. And some dudes will do that with girls. They'll tell you straight up who they slept with. Off the top. That way, it ain't no confusion going forward. You know, she know. Boom. See, some people can have open relationship like that when they can really have these conversations. Some people are afraid to have those conversations. To say, hey, man, who you was with before you was with me. Some people are afraid to have those conversations because of what's gonna come out. You know, maybe you're afraid of your list. You know, you said shout out to Motor Culture. She says, Ticket, I said that because he truly believes that the body count number that a woman tells him is the true real body count number, and it is not. A woman does not tell you the real number. What do you think? Okay, so you saying that women will lie to men and tell men lesser than what they have, right? So I'm just saying. So you saying this, and shout out to my boy Town Business. Town Business in the building say the lady that asked you doesn't seem to be a good critical thinker, right? So let's talk about this real quick. Shout out to Town Business, y'all. You say that, ma'am, and I want to say this to you, right? This can is it a problem that Cam Newton want to avoid potential conflict? He is famous. He is famous. We have to look at this from both, because I'm seeing people going at this dude saying, "Oh, he's an idiot, he's a misogynist, this and the third." But also, we have to know how he could have asked her respectfully, just so, because wouldn't you not want some surprises? Now, what if you was dating somebody famous and you found out later in a surprise that he banged your girl? You would be upset. You'd be like, nigga, why you ain't tell me? But then maybe you didn't ask him. And then maybe it just got to a point to where y'all seen this person, and then he told you after the fact, or maybe she seen y'all two together and she told y'all after the fact, but it didn't come from him first. So now you feel a whole different way. That destroyed the whole relationship. Versus if you came with it up front, boom. And then you said that women lie about their body count. So is that cool if a woman lies to Cam Newton about how many men she been with, just to try to make it look one way? Do you think that's cool? No, I'm not saying it matters that you famous, keeping it plain. I'm saying the fact that Cam Newton is famous and that girl potentially running the same circles, because he met the girl, right? He wanted to know if she had been with any of his friends. So he asked her, and then here's the thing that people kept leaving out that I saw they was criticizing Cam about. Cam gave her a list of all the women he slept with. So if it was any woman in her circle, she could make a decision too. I don't want to be with this man from the jump, before they get trapped in a situation and then they be, hateful towards each other the whole rest of the way after finding out that y'all dated somebody different. See, people got to think about this, right? Town Business say, so let me get this straight. A woman can access about a man's past, but about a man's past, but we can't ask her about the past. The hypocrisy is hilarious. And see, that's another thing that a lot of people are bringing up. That's brothers, right? And I'm going to ask you that question, ma'am, to the lady who asked me that question, Motor Culture. Let me ask you this. Okay, hold on. You wrote another comment. You said it's not a problem, but Cam should not base his whole decision making on dealing with a woman solely on the body count number, because he will get played unbeknownst to him. But that's not what he said, ma'am. What Cam Newton said was is that he wanted to know all the men that she had had sexual relationships with before him, so that if it was anybody that he knew, he wouldn't be caught off guard and played out looking stupid, claiming her as his girl when his mans and them don't ran up in her. I told y'all this goes along with morals and ethics as far as how some people operate. See, some people can look at Cam's situation and say, "Man, that nigga was being honorable in a real situation." Because for him to come to her, ask her, and then provide her with his names, that evens that makes the playing field 100% even from the jump. So it ain't no surprises, right? We have to think about that aspect of what he said. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna play for you what he said one more time, so you don't get his words and nobody gets his words confused. Let me play that again.
Who's she first? I want to know. I needed to know. I have to. Oh my God. And I'm going to tell you why, though. If you had any type of relationship, intimacy, experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that. Because if you don't give me that, you got me. Hey, y'all, this is my girl. And you got somebody over there in that corner like, that nigga don't know. What's up, my boy? You good? She bad, ain't she? Yeah, that's mine. Baby, you want some juice? You want some punch? It has nothing to do with insecurity. But this is where I want women to understand. If she had been with somebody that was close to me, I would have had to respectfully, I'm not there yet. I can't. Not that grown yet. I can't carry that weight yet. Right. You cool, you're beautiful, but baby, that's my teammate. Right. Baby, we see each other too much. We in the same rooms. And even though he a good dude, my ego is gonna be, yeah. So, and when he said ego, I think a lot of people got upset when he said that, but I think he meant like his pride would have took a shot if he would have found out like in the aftermath without knowing from the jump. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anybody, man. Like anybody that's in here, whether you famous or not, if you dating somebody and you find out that they was having sex with your best friend before they dated you, how would you feel? I'm gonna ask that question to everybody as I close this video right here. If you was, I want to put this out here again. If you were dating someone, and I'm gonna say it one more time. If you were dating someone and you found out, right? And you found out what I just said on a surprise, that person slept with your best friend or one of your friends, but you found out not from them beforehand, you found out after y'all done already got the relationship going and everything else. Town Bennett say, no, we're just allowed as men to ask women, right? We're just not allowed as men to ask women, he said. Anything, we are supposed to just accept anything, especially as black men. This is where the bullying comes in from from black women. So I'm pretty sure somebody gonna have an answer or response to what Town Bennett said on the screen right there. Town Bennett say it's bullying from black women for to say, hey man, you know, hey, only the man can't do this type of stuff. You know? Keeping it plain says ticket for the guys who think something is wrong with what Cam said. It's a good chance they're just looking for someone uh to take of them. I don't understand what you was trying to say. I think I understand what you was trying to say, but I don't understand what you was trying to say completely. You know what I'm saying? You know? Town Business says, you guys, the only woman who have a problem with what Cam asked are women that sleep with everybody and got multiple kids by multiple men and who don't know who their children belong to.
Okay, you said care. Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, y'all. So, ladies, I want to hear y'all response to this. I want all the ladies to come in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Um, and let me ask y'all this question too: do a lot of y'all ladies, do y'all have a problem if you dating a man? Do you have a problem telling a man who you dated before him? I want to ask a lot of the ladies that listen to my channel. Do you have a problem with a man asking you about your sexual relationships before him? Tony says nope. Tony says she ain't got no problem. The beautiful Tony. Tony, what's good, girl? So Tony says no. Valentine TV says nope. So some women say they don't have no problem with it. I just seen a lot of women know they was upset with this dude. Renee says no, I ain't got no problem. So I see a lot of the women now, and it's Brenda says yes, I do. Now, Brenda, why do you have a problem with that? Brenda, why do you have a problem if you're dating a man and a man asks you? I might start doing call-in shows and stuff like this. And a man asks you, Brenda, you dating this man. I want you to think about this. What I'm saying to you, Brenda, you dating this man, and a man asks you before y'all start dating, hey, can you please tell me the man that you are dating? Let's just say, let me give you an example. Let's say you from the Atlanta area, Brenda Parks. Let's say you from Atlanta, right? And let's say you meet a man in Atlanta, right? And let's say when you meet this man in Atlanta, y'all both from Atlanta. So, people know each other. He might ask you and say, hey, look, man, before we hook up, can you just tell me the people that you were sexually involved with before me? So if I know any of those people that, what I'm saying, I won't be caught off guard or blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing that I have to ask you. Why do you have a problem with that, Brenda? Why do you have a problem with that? That's my question. Okay, so Brenda says because it's my privacy with that dude, unless they know each other. But see, that's the thing I'm saying to you, Brenda. Brenda, now here's the question I have for you. How are you supposed to know that this man you just met know somebody you may have slept with or not, unless you tell him? See, that's why he might ask, because he might feel a way if y'all go out somewhere, run into this person, and then that person come tell him, hey man, yo, I was banging that chick 3 months ago. See? Now I want you to answer that, Brenda. I want you to answer that question for me. Right? That's the question I want to answer for you. I want you to answer for me, since you said that, right? And shout out to everybody with the donations too. Shout out to From Within. Salute to you. You crazy with the donations. Appreciate it. Gregory Type. Salute to you with the donations. Right? Gregory Type says you jealous of Cam Newton. You can't be him. What do you? How am I jealous of Cam Newton? I'm defending. What are you talking about? Make it make sense, brother. From Within. Salute. Gregory Type. Make it make sense, dog. I kind of understand what he was trying to say. Make it make sense, dog. No, you know what? I do understand what he was trying to say. He don't want to get in no deep relationship with Shorty if she bang one of his dudes. That's respect. That's not like how a lot of people moving in this era. A lot of people in this era, they don't give a damn if you had relationship with their friends or not. So many people sleep with their best friends. They don't have no morals, no respect, no ethics. Did she even answer back? I know I seen Tony say something. Tony says, I remember when we were younger, some girls would lie that they're a virgin and they wasn't. That's true, Tony. That's true. You know? So what the other girl said was true. Some of these people do be lying. Shout out to my boy 3D in the building. He says she should be judged. You can't get ran through in your youthful. Bro, y'all dudes is crazy. He says she should be judged. You can't get ran through in your youthful prime years by bums, then want a millionaire to wife you and have a kid. No, it don't work like that. Oh, They getting surgical in this thing. Brenda says, I don't do disrespect, period. No, but Brenda, I'm saying, how is that disrespecting you? If you both are from the same area, I can understand if y'all ain't from the same area. You met him somewhere out of town. Y'all don't run into the same circles. And Brenda, I'm not saying you lying to your man. This is not what I'm trying to say to you. I'm saying if y'all both from the same area, right? You just met this dude. Y'all getting together. And before y'all take it to the next level, he asked you respectfully if you could tell him the people that you sexually been involved with. Is that being irresponsible? Because some men, if a woman get this nigga a list and it's 20 dudes on it, some men like, nah, I ain't deal with that. I'm cool. Some men don't care. But do men have a right? Let me give you an example. Put that in reverse. The same thing with the men. If you date a man, right? And you ask him, you looking out for yourself to say, hey, you know, uh, I just want to know how many people you've been sexually active with. You don't think that's cool? You don't think that that's respectful? Okay, now you say you can tell them their names, not a problem. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. See, I'm saying that because it's got to be some type of responsibility on both sides in here, right? It's got to be. Now, some people might be embarrassed or they number. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But I'm just saying, for people to be calling a dude like stupid and saying all this other stuff, I don't understand how, if he explained why he's doing it. I don't understand how he's stupid. I know some people believe in their privacy, and I respect that. But all I'm saying is how was he stupid when he said he wanted to know because he didn't want to be caught off guard and embarrassed by taking you around, claiming you as his woman, and not even knowing that you had, been with his what you call it. The realest say, you calling a man a hoe don't hit hard like if you call a female a hoe. So what are you saying, the realest? You saying that it should be, you saying that, okay, that it's so men, so that men can't ask women, but women can ask men? 3D says a man can't be ran through. It takes work and effort to attract women. A girl can just exist and be attractive and run up the body count. There's a difference. 3D, you gonna have these girls here on your helmet. And one girl already responded to you. Marley said, okay. Oh man. I should open up this doggone phone line. I should open up this phone line and let one of these ladies pull up on your ass. I should open up this phone line, man. I should do it, bro. You lucky I gotta go, man. I should do it. 3D. Brenda says, don't call my man names. I understand what you're saying. If they know each other, you have to tell them. No, listen, Brenda, this is why I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say to you. You don't know who he know or who he don't know. You're just meeting this guy and y'all thinking about taking it to the next level. So maybe you have been with somebody that could be close to this dude you didn't even know. But him asking you and you telling him, now you find out something, and it might be something he tell you that make you uncomfortable. That make you say, damn, I can't even do that. Oh, she said she gonna pull up? All right. Hold on. I'll stay an extra 20 minutes. Hold on. I'll stay an extra 20 minutes right now. I already know 3D gonna hit the line. I'm gonna put the live call in link here. All y'all gotta do is click that link. Click that link and they'll let you call on in. That's all you gotta do is click that link. I put it in the chat room right there. It says click the link right there. You click that link, you can come in live right now. And I'll let y'all have this discussion. Let me pin this at the top of the chat for y'all. Boy, these people in here is hilarious, bro. Let me see. We got one already. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I pin this at the top. All right, KIP, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Ticket? Hey, first of all,
All
man,
right,
I
what's
want to.
good?
Hey, first of all, I
Go
want to
ahead.
thank you, man, for allowing me to come up and got a great show. I like the show today, and but I agree with Cam Newton. What Cam Newton is saying. I mean, I typed in the chat. I was saying that that's something that I've been on. You know, date my present girlfriend right now. That's what we went through. I asked questions because I want to know,
Mm-hmm.
and because sometimes people get to hating sometimes and whatever, whatever happens, when they see something going good, sometimes people come in and say, yeah, man, I used to hit that. Or a woman be like, you don't know nothing about that nigga, what he done? You see
Mm.
what I'm talking about? And when you done put it all on the table, hey, ain't nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Now,
Right.
that's the way I look at it.
So
So I
you
think,
think that if they don't come forward, then they got definitely got something to hide.
well, I mean, a red flag go up. I mean, if we're trying to get to know each other, I mean, one thing that we can do before we do anything else, we can be honest with each other, and then that way
Mm-hmm.
we can process this information and see if we compatible. And if not, hey man, you go your way, I go my way, and that's what it is, you know.
Wow. I see none of these women ain't calling in right now.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I thought the woman would be hitting the line right now. I put the link in the comments. I thought the woman would be hitting it up right now. I thought they'd be coming in here standing on business.
Hey man, sometimes man, these women, and I'm not speaking for all women, but sometimes they, be trying to keep that shit under the table sometimes. They don't want to let that out, man. And I just feel like honesty is the best policy, man.
Do
Especially
you
when you
think?
go ahead,
Go
brother.
ahead. Go ahead. No, go
No,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, especially when you start getting older, you have dated.
All right. So here you go. As soon as I said that, two
Go
just
ahead.
pulled up. Two just pulled up. So
Okay.
mode. So mode or culture. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Ticket TV?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, just enjoying the content.
Now, did you hear what this brother just said before you came in?
Repeat it so I can get up to speed and I can know
I'm gonna let
exactly.
him repeat it. Go ahead and tell her what you just said, brother.
Okay, I was saying that that Cam Newton is correct on what he's doing. I like what he's doing. He asking questions, and he say he answered questions, and that is something that I done with my present girlfriend. I wish I'd have knew this and did this prior, and it'll save me a lot of trouble and a lot of headache.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Well, this is what I say about that.
okay, go
Now,
ahead.
I've seen a lot of professional men into sports, NBA, football, and especially rappers, let's say movie actors and all of that. They oftentimes, some of them get rocked to sleep. They get played and they even get married to these women. They go into having babies with these women, excuse me, and it doesn't end well, right? Now, do you agree with that? Have you witnessed that?
Yeah, of course.
Right,
You witness that in everyday life. Just regular
right,
old Joes and Johns around you. I
exactly.
see that.
But
But
what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying is when you're dealing, it's a different whole different ballgame when you're dealing with men who make millions of dollars.
Correct.
Right.
Different.
So it's different from regular average Joe.
I agree.
So when you're a man who has makes millions of dollars, you got to have your antennas up. You got to really be screening these women. You have to dive deep and you have to, all I'm saying is Cam Newton talking about has the woman ever dated or slept with any of my past friends? I agree with that's cool. But the reason why I said that he's not very game tight and he don't have good critical thinking skills is because that's a good little starting point, but you cannot base that on to go forward with her. It's chapters to them pages because he's a different kind of man. These women out here, and I'm not trying to throw women under the bus. I'm just being truthful. They will be everything that they believe that the man wants in order to close the deal. I'm not saying that's what she's doing, but he just has to protect himself. Don't be so, you know what I mean? Don't these little shallow, okay, yeah, she slept with any of my friends. Okay, she may not have, or she may told you that she may not have, and she did. That is not a good way just to base it. Okay, she cool, she a good one, she a real one. No, 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 no. You got to go deeper than that.
Mm.
Other signs that you have to look for because you are a different man. You dealing with you a professional man. You got to think about your legacy, things you may lose, what she's after. You got to really protect yourself out here, especially if you're a professional man. Everything that you work for, some women they want that. They will
I
go
agree.
after that. Have to be very sharp about how they will connive and be everything that you want them to be.
True that.
Hmm.
So you
Hey,
have to
now
know.
let me let Takasa
Oh,
chime in on this as well. Takasa, what you got on this?
Hey, Ticket, love your show. You were awesome.
Love you too,
Hello,
sis.
hello, everyone.
Hey.
My take on this
Hello.
is, I grew up around professional athletes. My dad used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
oh, really?
So,
Mm.
yeah. So, you know, I think he has every right to know if she has been with someone he may know. We're talking about a man's pride. And that's like when my husband and I first started dating and we saw that it was getting serious. I asked for the list. He didn't. I did. And, I'm not from here, but he
Right.
is.
Can I
And
ask you? Can I ask you a question, Miss?
yes,
You can answer it or you don't. Was the list after you guys got romantic or before?
actually, the list was before.
Okay, continue, please.
So I just feel like, I asked for the list. He didn't, but he was obliging. He did make the list, and I made my list, and we swapped it, and it wasn't no problems. Like I said, I'm not from here, so it's not like he was going behind, one of his friends that just much I wanted to know the body count. Know for myself.
So I got a question for you. I have a question. I have another question for you. So,
Uh-huh.
what was the most for the body count? What was the highest that you would be, that you probably been cool with or whatever, Just asking
See,
hypothetical question.
okay, I mean, I could tell you,
Okay.
because I didn't tell him that's what I was doing, that I wanted to
Okay.
know the body count. So he
Okay.
didn't know. So if he went over 10, I was like, I'm out. I'm out.
So
I'm done.
you did have a number though. You did have like a
I
number that
had,
you was
yeah, I did. I had a number in my head, but I didn't tell him that's what I was doing.
right, right, right,
I didn't
right.
tell him I wanted to know the body count. I just, it was just like you write down how you, and I made the list and stuff like that. And 10 was like that's my top number.
Cool.
If you go
Mm-hmm.
past 10, we done.
Mm,
I can't mess with you.
Can I?
mm.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, by the way, what was your father name that played with the Eagles? What was his name?
Martin Mitchell. He played in the 70s.
Oh, 70s. Okay, I used to
Mm-hmm.
I used to keep up with the Eagles when they had Ron Jaworski and Wilbert
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him.
Yeah.
But okay,
Hey, Motor
Mm-hmm.
Coaster, you say you want to get something in?
Yes, I like to ask. What's the man's name on the panel? I didn't catch your name. I'm sorry.
keeping it plain.
Keeping it plain. Hey, keeping it
I
plain.
know that's
Hey,
right.
what's going on?
I, hey. Okay, so I don't really mean to pry into your business, but what is your body count? I mean, okay, so first of all, I want to ask the lady on the panel, when you asked your
Uh-huh.
husband what was his body count, what age? you at that time, or both of you? What age was he at the time?
He was actually 24, and I'm like 2 years older than him.
Okay, so back to keeping it plain. At
All
20
right.
years old, what was your body count? Now be
I,
honest.
I was married at the time. I got married young. I was married, but
Oh,
I'm divorced now. So
no, no.
I married my high school sweetheart.
Okay, so your body count was low.
Hmm.
Okay, well then this is not a good thing.
But now, wait a minute. Now I did, like I say, you know,
I'm
the, the lady that I'm presently with, we've been together for like 6 years. I mean,
okay,
I did ask the question, and my body count with her was like, in my head, was like five.
okay. Oh, slide on the T. Let me see. No, 24. What
What?
was your,
What was my body count?
no, I'm talking about ticket TV.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Ticket.
For the
What was your
ticket.
body count, Ticket, at 24?
Man, yeah, I played pro basketball, so
Oh, so we're not even gonna ask you. We're gonna leave that alone.
yeah, I ain't
We're
because
not gonna ask
I
you.
don't even want to. I
Mm-mm,
don't even want to tell no lie.
mm-mm,
I couldn't
mm-mm.
even count. I ain't
No,
even answer. I couldn't even give you
an
a proper
estimate or
answer.
nothing.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna come in here and act like I was conservative or nah. I was crazy.
you
But
ain't
you know what? The thing with that too is I was married to my high school sweetheart, and we had two boys together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when we got divorced actually when we moved to Atlanta.
no.
You in
So
Atlanta? I
Mm.
live in Atlanta.
really, that's
Yes.
cool. So when we got divorced, I was in the process of going through my divorce. I had already moved out, bought me a new home and everything. So my cousin moved here and he was living with me, and that's how I met my current husband.
Okay.
Cool.
But
Cool.
ticket TV,
And we've been married. It'll be 25 years in December.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hmm. Yeah, because me and high school sweetheart didn't make it five.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Wow.
Hey, hold on. Third Eye
Exactly.
TV. Third Eye TV. You gotta mute yourself. I see you in here. What's good, man?
Hey, what's going on, people?
Hey,
What you
what's
got on
up?
this, man?
I want to say body counts are important, and I think it's good to know. But just because a person have multiple body counts doesn't make you number one. I'm gonna give you an example.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give you an example. My baby mama, she asked me. I told her I had about 6 or 7 before her. She had about 3.
Is she in the room with you? Because you whispering.
No, no, I have somebody in the next room. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, her body count was 3. But when we laid down, when we got together, had relations, she told me that was her first time having an orgasm, and I was kind of upset, you know,
Why?
because I want to be number one in that way, you know. I'm like, oh man, it's something I ain't gonna never be able to, you know.
Get rid of if you need to.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
I understand body count's important, you know, and all that, but like I said, it's still is not you gonna be number one somewhere in some kind of way, you know. So but I understand, you know,
Yeah, get
Well,
good thing
well,
is you know.
I used to take it a little. I took it a little bit deeper because I only date black women. So the question was also posed on like, what do you? I mean, have you ever dated outside your race and things like that? I asked those questions.
Mhm.
So all that stuff is important. It's very important to me. So
Well,
I date.
okay.
I rather
My
date.
husband has. Before me, it was oh, a Caucasian young lady
okay,
that he couldn't bring around his family because
okay,
none of them, they didn't get, Georgia, they didn't get down like that. So when we started dating and we were seeing that we were getting serious, he brought me to everyone, all of his aunties, his mom, his dad, everyone. I
yeah,
met everyone. She never
cool.
met them because of the.
Situation.
But
Okay.
yeah, I was the show off.
There you go. Use the trophy. Use
Yeah,
the
I was the
trophy.
show off. I was the trophy. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. What about you, Ticket? What about you, Ticket?
Man, like I said, man, I
I
wouldn't
know
even.
Ticket dates outside his race. I
Yeah,
know he
he,
do.
yeah, nah, cause see, you gotta understand.
He was a professional
When I
basketball
left,
player, so
when I
yeah.
left school, when I left school, when I once I left school, I've been outside the country. Probably after the first year after I left school, I've been outside the country playing
Oh,
basketball, different
So
different
exactly.
countries for my entire life. So it's not like I was just locked in the United States. You know what I'm saying? I've
okay.
been
Mm-hmm.
all around the world, so I've seen women all around the world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like just, like a lot of people that saying this, they locked into a certain area. You know what I'm saying? Whether you grew up in Atlanta or in Texas or Houston,
Mm-hmm.
Texas, or New York or something like that, or Brooklyn, New York or something like that, you locked in with whatever woman that's around there or around your area. Me personally,
Yeah.
I was around the world, man. I was traveling the
Mm-hmm.
world for,
Yeah.
for half of my life.
Hey,
You
I,
know?
hey,
Yeah.
I don't really want to get off topic, even though we talking about dating outside of our race and everything. But um, that's another problem within our race. Um,
What?
as far as as far as black men dating outside of their race, it seems like there's more scrutiny behind that than the opposite. I mean,
Well, black women date outside their race.
yeah, but it's not frowned upon as much as when.
Actually, I frown upon it.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I mean, as far as black men stepping out, it's
Oh,
frowned upon as much when
when a
black.
black women
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm glad you said that.
That
Yeah.
actually does not bother me. It bothers me more to see a black woman with a white man, or just any man that's not of her race. That bothers me more than seeing a man with a woman outside his race.
You more like a. I'm not trying to like down talk our black women, but you're like a unicorn, and that's refreshing to hear from you because I've been on different panels and it's totally opposite. But yeah,
No.
yeah. But now I want to get off that. I just
Yeah,
brought.
yeah, yeah. No, I
Yeah,
don't
no, I'm
frown.
glad. No,
I don't
I'm
frown
actually
upon
glad.
that.
I'm glad you brought that up though, because real talk. It all depends. In my opinion, it all depends on your environment. So, like
Mm-hmm.
for example, like me like let me give you an example. Before, remember the Kobe Bryant situation where everybody was dogging him out for dating that girl Vanessa,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They were dogging him out for dating this girl. How could you date that girl? But people forgot that Kobe Bryant was born outside of the country.
He
He
was
was
born
born
at, wasn't he
in a
born in
different
Germany?
right. No, he was born in Italy, but he was born
In
outside of the
Italy.
country. Yeah, and he
Yes.
was open to different cultures growing up.
Cultures.
That,
So
Exactly.
when you ain't, it's like it's different. Okay, it's to me it's different when you locked in with one area, and then you just go way outside of that area. Okay, boom, you do whatever you want to do. But I think it's different then versus when, okay, for example, you play basketball around the world for most of your life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see foreign women for the most of your life.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be introduced to women who are not American. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
be introduced to African women. You're going to be introduced to
Mm-hmm.
Latin women. You're going to be introduced
yeah,
to Spanish women. You're going to be
Mm-hmm.
introduced to Arabic women. You're going to be introduced to Chinese women and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Mm-hmm.
now people get frowned upon a lot when they grow up in the States or they, grow up in a certain area, and then they'll go over to Asia or to Thailand or something like that to get a chick, or go over to South America to get a chick, or Latin America, stuff like that. Now that's different. See what I'm saying? In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
as far as how people are criticizing the different situations. But again, people got to understand that, like a lot of these people, like I said, they grow up, they go outside of. Uh, I'm talking about athletes who aren't playing pro in the States. They're playing outside the country most of their lives. So when you're
Mm-hmm.
outside of the country, you're seeing different women, different cultures, different things. It's not always going to be you. It's like a person who grew up, went to school, went to college, got their degree, goes to work, and now you're seeing, your everything within your community for basically your entire lifetime. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
I
Exactly.
agree with that ticket. I see your angle on that. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you're in a certain region and the United States or somewhere in the world, I get it. I mean, it would be,
Mm-hmm.
you would look at things a little bit different. But I don't frown
Mm-hmm.
upon people dating outside their race. I mean, that's their thing. I'm just saying what I don't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Now,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
first of all, let me ask you this question: how much time have you lived outside the country?
Now, I never lived outside the country.
See, that's the
That's
thing.
why.
When you live like 16, 17, 18 years, 19 years outside of the country, and you playing ball this whole time, and that's your whole life, then
Hmm.
that introduced
You're
you
in
to
a
a whole
totally
different,
different
right.
environment.
Because see, like when I was in the States, when I was growing up and playing ball in college, stuff like that, I was dating black girls.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You know what I'm saying? But then once I started going overseas to different countries, I didn't have a black girlfriend when I left the States. Because why? Most of those women wasn't going on no long term, long distance
Long
relationship
distance
with dudes
relationships.
who will be traveling around the world. So what did it
Exactly.
make me do? It made me start opening my eyes and seeing other things, seeing other women, dating other women, seeing other cultures and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you, ticket. Yeah, that like I say, that those are good examples that you gave, and I respect
Yeah.
that. I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's different. It's different to me if you run away from that smoke. Like if you just grew up your whole life in the States, and let's just say you couldn't get no woman, so now you got to go. You going over to a place like Thailand where you can just, or somewhere else like that where you could just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not
Buy
talking
you a
about.
bride.
These are hey, hey, ticket. I think, hey, ticket. Are you throwing rocks at the passport bros? Are you throwing rocks at them?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying. I'm saying no.
All
I'm
right.
saying it's different. No, I'm saying it's different because the criticism is heavily towards passport brothers, but I don't have that heavy criticism towards them. But people criticize them because they try to say, hey, you guys
Sorry, guys.
basically grew up in an entire certain region, and then now you left because you said we wasn't good enough.
Back.
See,
Or that we're
that's why
bullies.
they get criticized. And do I think that's right? No, because I think that every man should be able to date whoever he want to date, whoever makes them happy in his heart.
I agree.
That's what I feel. I don't feel like you
I
should
agree
have to be
with
a
that.
locked in, and I don't get to all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said
Mm-hmm.
before, I believe the black woman is beautiful. I ain't got to listen. If I was in the states my entire life, ain't no question. I would have been
Mm-hmm.
married to a black woman, been with a black woman, boom, no question about it. But when you not, when your profession takes you across the world and you getting
Mm-hmm.
paid, you being in these other places all this time, what you think? You
Yeah.
think a man gonna be about with himself?
Nah.
And then
Oh,
No.
think about how many women right now that are not willing to give up their lives in the States to go overseas and be with a man and see a whole new culture. A lot of people ain't trying to change up like that.
yep.
No.
No. Prime example. My oldest son was in the military. He was stationed in South Korea.
All right.
Okay. So he calls me one day. He FaceTimes me. When he was home on the state side, he was dating black girls. He went over there. He started dating. He had a Korean girlfriend. He had a white girlfriend. And I didn't have a problem with it. But when now he's engaged, he's getting married next year. But he's
Okay.
engaged to his
So,
ex college sweetheart. He came back stateside, and they hooked back up, and now they're getting married. And I didn't have a problem with it. I was perfectly fine with him dating the South Korean girl and the white girl. I didn't have a problem with it at all.
is that? I mean, that's what he was mostly around, right?
Exactly. So, like Ticket said, it's your environment.
Uh,
Yeah, because you
It's
see,
what you're
what happens
surrounded
is
with.
this. What happens is this. See, the thing with the passport brothers, a lot of people try to like go at them and try to like target them because they say that what they'll do is to say the black woman ain't this, the black woman ain't that, and that's why I got to go
yeah.
Hmm.
overseas and get it. See, I'm not. That's not even my whole. I'm not even into that whole stilo. My
Yeah.
whole thing
Fact.
was I was taken across the world because of my profession, what I
Profession, yeah.
played. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It wasn't because I didn't like or I didn't think black women were satisfying and this, that, and the third, or blase, blase, blah. You see what I'm saying?
Got
But
you. Got
again,
Hmm.
I don't think
What
you
you
should
call
criticize a person.
passport, brother?
I believe everybody should be able to date who they want to date, man. If you want to date a girl that's
Exactly.
green, that's on you.
yeah. Fact. I agree.
Because
I
look,
agree.
you don't have
I
to
agree
lay
with
down with that
you.
person. They do.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest with you.
passport.
Hey, can I ask you? Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask you
Hmm.
guys a question? Everybody on the panel. Okay, now
Hmm.
we were talking about Cam Newton asking these questions. What
Right.
question? What question did you guys wanted to ask your mate, or did you you know, or did you ask that question? What was one question that you really wanted to ask your mate before you got with them? I know some people did say, they wanted to know the body count and things like that.
Hmm.
Besides the body count, what other question that you may want to ask them, about, prior to dating them?
Bro, I know some women that'll ask you for your test results, nigga. I'm dead serious.
He right though.
I'm
He
serious.
right. He
I'm serious
right.
about that. Real talk.
He
Real
right.
talk. Especially like when you an athlete and stuff like that too.
Uh-huh.
Yo, that's
He's
when
right.
like I'm trying to tell you, dog. I'm trying to tell you, man. So
Hmm.
these are the questions, they circle around that whole atmosphere.
Okay.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
boom. And if you say something and they feel fishy about it, no, I ain't feeling correct. Shit, it might not work out for you.
I have well,
Walk away.
I
Right.
think it's a question that's not asked a lot that should be, and that's
What?
whether or not uh you want to have children. I hear about so many people finding out later that their spouse can't have kids or don't want. You know, that should be the question right there.
Okay, I got something for you then.
Hey, hold on, y'all.
Now,
Why is Reggie acting scared like he don't want to pull up? 3D, pull up, man.
he
You in
said
that
he
comment?
wasn't gonna pull up, but he
Yeah,
started it.
he was doing all that talking.
All that yapping and
Yeah,
don't
he
want
don't
to
want.
pull up.
Look, she pulled up. Oh, you ain't pull up 3D. She pulled up.
Hmm. He said he wasn't gonna pull up,
Man,
but he started the crap. But like when me and my husband got together, I was, and we saw that we were getting serious because after I had my two boys, I had a tubal ligation. So I was like, okay, if I get in a relationship, I hope he has kids because I can't give him any.
Mm.
So
Mm,
when we had the conversation, when we saw that we were getting serious, um, we did sit down and talk. And I told him, because this was like, okay, we're gonna have to have this conversation because he doesn't have any children.
Mm.
Oh,
So we sat down, we talked. I told him after I had my youngest son that I had a tubal ligation. So, I wasn't gonna try to hold him in a relationship knowing that I could not give this man a child if that's what he wanted. So
right.
that was his out. When I told him that was his out, I wasn't gonna hold that from him because that's not right. It's not fair.
True.
Because he could have just moved on to someone that could have given him children. And like I told him when we had the conversation, I could still remember it. When we had the conversation, I told him, if you want children, now that you know that I cannot give you children, this is your act. You can walk away and there will be no hard feelings.
Hmm.
So, I did give him that option and he chose to stay.
That sounds just like the chick that was on Basketball Wives, Tammy, uh,
Hmm.
with a younger man, and she can't give him children, and she told him the same thing, and he doesn't have any children. So
Yeah. Yeah. My
I
husband
don't.
doesn't have any children. He raised my boys like, I mean, their dad was there, but he still raised them
Yeah, I
like
get
they
it.
were his own.
Yeah, that would have been I would have took that question very, very seriously, and
Hmm.
I would have really had to think long and hard on that.
Yes, because I didn't rush him to give me an answer. I
Yeah,
told him to think about it. I didn't rush him to give. He didn't have to give me an answer once I told him that.
no,
I
I
wasn't
get it.
expecting, an answer from him
Mm.
at that time when I told him. Because if he would have answered right then and there, I knew it was going to be some problems
Mhm.
later on.
Yeah, a man believed who wanted children before you told him this, or did he speak of that he, someday wanted to have children or was open to that before you told him?
Mm-mm. No, he never said anything about children.
Oh, So unbeknownst to you, you think he probably could have been in the vibe of I'm not really, tripping off
Yeah,
what you don't
yeah.
really. Oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had
Mm-hmm.
on my girl. I found out later she couldn't have kids, but it was, then she looked at it like, well, you cheated because I told you I couldn't have kids. It had nothing to do with that.
Ooh.
It, it just, we got into it. I took off and I had to, come do the usher thing, and you
Yeah,
had to press,
that's how we're gonna think. A woman that cannot have children and her man steps out on her, she's going to think that it's because she can't give you what you want. That's exactly where her mind's gonna go.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, my daughter 15 now, and she still, be like, oh, I didn't know you was going to be a good dad like this. But I was like, but you told me you couldn't have. She's like, well, I could have got fixed or whatever. It was just some
Yeah.
a medical procedure that she had to do.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't want to do, I guess, because she know I'm from the hood and everything. I was gonna run out on her, or, just something crazy. But I'm like, tell me
Yeah.
that, that's your reason, you know.
Yeah, she
But
could have told you the reasons.
yeah,
It's only
so
fair.
yeah,
My mom says I think more like my dad thinks. I think more like a man than a woman. But that's not the case. I try to look at it from both sides and be honest, brutally, honestly fair
let me
when it
ask
comes to them
let,
type of situations.
let me ask you this. Look, when I
Hmm.
okay, when I had confessed, told her I had a baby on the way and everything.
Hmm.
I told my sisters about it, and they said, yeah, that's rough, And I was telling my sisters that, yeah, I messed up, but she was like, now, if she cheated on you, you wouldn't stay. She said she's willing to stay, but you wouldn't stay. I was like, well, that's different.
That's because it's man pride. That's totally
No,
different.
it's not that. It's harder for a man to stay with a
To
woman, watch
knowing that another man touched her.
her raise, knowing that that's not his child.
That
You know,
too.
And
Hmm.
I told my sister, I'm like, yeah, she know I cheated on her. She know that there's a baby out there somewhere. But she don't see it. She haven't seen this child. She haven't seen the mother. I
Honestly,
wasn't making an excuse for what I did. I was just saying
yeah.
I probably wouldn't stay
Hmm.
because I'm watching something physically, as a man.
Growing inside of her, and you
Yeah,
know that it's not yours.
yeah.
Man,
Hmm.
that's a hard pill to swallow from a man's
That
point
is
of view.
that's very hard for a
I
man to swallow.
mean,
Like I can give you another example. My dad has three outside children. Three,
mm,
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
three, and my mom stayed.
wow,
yeah.
Those
That
kids were at our house every summer,
wow,
every holiday.
man, pops was hell when I near pop pulled that out.
Did she tell you?
three. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
See, the
three.
crazy thing about it, that's the reason. Let me tell you why I got caught up. Look, my baby mama now. I've been with her for almost 20 years.
Oh,
We was together 10 years before she got pregnant. We've had unprotected sex. I don't know how many times. I thought I wasn't swimming, or I thought something was wrong with her, even though she had a child previously.
Mm.
And then out of the blue, baby, I'm pregnant. I'm like, wait, what? Hey, man, out of nowhere. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think I could have kids. I was going to go to see if I can go to Michael Jackson route some kind of way to see what was going on.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
thing you
yeah,
there.
it was crazy. It was crazy, but
it's one of them things I be sometimes.
I'm still
Yeah.
seeing the results of it though. Every now and then, she'll throw it in my ear, my face. Well, you stepped out. That was 15 years ago. You know.
My mom has never done that to my dad, God rest his soul. She never did that to him. If she did, it was in private between the two of them. But I've never heard her say that to him.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. It's tough.
Do you know why?
Huh?
Do you know why? Because it's
Yeah.
like there are. What was the reason why
Say
she?
that you talking
Right.
about my mom?
Yeah, your mom.
Why did she stay?
Yeah, I but I'm just give what gave her the strength
What?
'cause we can't handle that.
Yeah, you bored
My
me.
mom is a strong woman. She really is. She's a strong woman. Um,
That
Repeat that last part. I'm sorry, you cut out.
like what was the reason why she stayed. I'm just asking because I just want to know what was the strength that she pulled from to be able to overlook that and stay in the marriage and be there and honor her vows of for better or for worse.
Um, she under. Okay, so when I asked her, when we found out, I asked her, were they going to get a divorce? And she said no, that they had talked it out and that, the kids would be coming for the summer and for holidays. Um, because I thought she was going to just leave because I mean, that was the first time I really like saw them argue and it went on for a while. And I know they went to counseling and she decided, she said she was going to keep her family together. She's going to stay. And I, she was like, well, I know your dad travels a lot, and things happen.
Right,
So it kind of, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it kind of pissed me off.
right, right, right,
And she was just like, I've forgiven him
right.
and it's nothing for us to discuss anymore. What's done is done. And we're just gonna move forward.
Okay, I get. Okay, I
Can I
understand.
So yeah.
can I ask you a
And
question?
she's really strong in her faith too.
Right.
So, she, up to the day he passed away, she was right there by his side.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Now, we
Yep.
would address this comment in the comment section. Nene says, "Who raised y'all with all of this cheating, having children outside of your marriage?"
No, I didn't.
Excuse
No,
me, my father was a professional football player. So my mother raised us most of the time because my dad was gone.
yeah. See, then I also, women are different. Was different during certain, during certain times. I mean, I know I was raised up in the '70s,
Mm.
so it was a different thing. Now, I was raised in the South. It was, it was common to know. I mean, to see somebody be like, hey man, your daddy, got that woman down the street pregnant and stuff like that. I mean, it was common for that. That's a lot of that stuff went on. That's your brother. That's your
Mm-hmm.
sister. You wouldn't be shit for to see that right down the road. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
the women was different during that time. They
And they
okay, the
got to
wife
tell
was
you because you end up dating or marrying your brother or your sister. So they got to
yeah,
tell
got to
you.
tell you that. Yeah, they got to tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the way it was. So
Yeah, but these
nah,
kids live in two different states. Well, two of them actually have the same mom. And then
oh,
one of
okay,
them's mom's in another state. So they're like in two different states.
okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not.
So
I'm not condoning that. I mean, but that's what it was. I
I don't
mean,
condone it either.
yeah, I
And
don't.
me and my dad, because I'm the oldest. So
Yeah,
we had a come to Jesus moment ourselves,
gotcha,
me and him, because
gotcha.
I was upset with him. I was his daddy's girl.
Mhm,
So, I was really upset and hurt.
mhm.
Yeah.
So, there were times where I would look at him and just want to just like scratch his eyes out for doing that to my mom.
Right.
And my
But
mom would just look at me and shake her head like, mm-mm, go upstairs.
Ticket. I don't know if you know this. A question for Ticket here. Um, I don't know if you know this or not, but I think Cam Newton never said he wanted to get married. I remember him saying he's never been married. I don't think he said he ever want to get married. I don't know if you know. You do. Have you ever heard him say that? Because I did.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
So that's something to consider too. If you're getting into a relationship, you ask questions like that.
Yeah, you do.
You know.
But you know what? I didn't ask my husband that because I was not looking to get remarried.
I got you. I got
One
you.
day he was just like, "Come on, let's go for a ride." And I was like, "Okay."
Cool.
We pull up at a jewelry store,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how he proposed to me, at the
Oh,
jewelry store.
Oh.
well, that's what's
And he
up.
told me to pick the ring I wanted.
There it is.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Why would a man, how many children does he have with this girlfriend, Cam Newton? I mean, how many children does Cam Newton have with his
I think
girlfriend?
I don't think he have any. I think Cam have 4 children
Well, somebody
from I know from previous relationships. Now,
on Google, I Googled him and his new girlfriend. I seen she was pregnant.
oh well,
Yeah, I
that
think
might be,
she's pregnant
but
right now.
that might be his baby then. Well, like that's his baby.
I hope so.
No, brother.
I mean, look, you don't know. I don't
What?
know. I'm just saying, you never know. Man. You never know these days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I
True.
don't know,
Why
and
you
I don't know Cam like that. I just know him from playing football. That's it.
think he
Yeah.
what? You think she banana piped him?
Say again, please.
I banana in the tailpipe Cam Newton.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's crazy. But I just remember
I,
Cam
what?
saying that.
Okay, okay.
I remember him saying that
Yeah.
he wasn't at that point in time. Now, people got the right to change their mind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but at that point in time, he was saying he's not looking for no marriage because I think if I'm mistaken, he had 4 children already at that time.
But okay, so now this, not to cut you off, but this is my question w- to you. Why would
Hmm.
and have because she is pregnant and
Okay.
ain't gonna consume that's the baby. Because if he talking about have you ever slept with my friends, I wouldn't be with you. I know for darn sure he ain't gonna be with no chick who the baby ain't his. Or
Okay.
would you know. So if he doesn't want to get married, and you said you've heard him say this, and I believe you,
Yeah.
why would he have a baby with her? And that's locked in more so than marriage.
True.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Because
why
you're gonna have to deal with that woman for
let me
18 years.
let me finish, loved one. I said, now that's why I'm gonna wrap back around to my initial statement. I don't think that Cam Newton uses critical thinking skills, and I don't think that he's that game type.
Gotcha.
That's why you get what I'm saying. Like his thought process,
Now I know why your thought
right?
process went there.
Yeah, that's why I went there.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Mm.
I mean, that's
And,
that
and
that's legit.
I found out that just now here on this panel that he said that he doesn't ever want to get married. I just knew by the basis on him saying about the body count, it just, that gave me the inkling, like, I don't think he's really that game type. And then when you told me he don't want to get married and never want to get married, I think, wait a minute, the girl is pregnant. Well, what you doing locking yourself in if
Well,
you don't get married? That don't make no sense.
well,
Exactly.
okay. He has. Look, if you can Google him and find out, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cam has 4 children.
No, I'm talking about with the one he's with now.
With
I
now.
know what
Talking about body
my point.
frame.
My point was this: you saying like, okay, he's not looking to do this and that. I mean, he's done that already. If he had 4 children, he never married the woman
Oh, I
or
Hmm.
the lady. Yeah, he ain't. You know, he ain't. They probably had that understanding. She probably know that him saying that he don't want to get married. They probably talked about that.
I know what you're saying. I'm not saying about them making a discussion. That's fine that they did make a decision to decide not to get married. But
Together. Yeah.
Gotcha.
why are these two people saying, I don't want to get married? You're like a rival gang against marriage. But you do something, an act that locks you in more solid than marriage, which is having
The
a baby.
marriage.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Why
That's
you
true. I agree.
you don't
Mm-hmm.
marriage, then you're gonna have a baby with somebody. That's locked in
Exactly.
to the
We're
max.
not playing house like that. Mm-mm.
Right. You ain't got a baby
Well,
ever be connected. You combining bloodline and
Exactly.
true. Well, maybe I could say you know.
see with a marriage, married, and then you could get the divorce, and then
Mm-hmm.
way I go my way. With baby, don't work like that.
No,
So that's
it's a game changer with that. It's a game changer. So,
but I mean
but
it's his. I'm just saying you got to be. That's why I say men who are professional men that are in the NFL, NBA, who are actors, and you got to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
You got to move right. Can't move wrong.
No,
No.
no, no. But that's goes.
Smart.
But any man about his business, he should move that way. He should always
You
move
should
in
move
a smart
smart.
way.
So
And the
it's
same
Mm-hmm.
way, and the same way with the woman.
With
She should
women.
not. She. I mean, even if the body count is five, she shouldn't have five baby daddies or
Oh,
four baby
no.
daddies. You shouldn't
Mm-mm.
have a baby by every man you lay down
With.
with.
but this
Exactly.
now look at it like this. Why
Okay.
would a woman, he's a professional athlete, why would she accept, who knows? A woman could just say, what woman you know that don't want to get married unless she don't want to be locked down? Why she don't want to be locked down? That's I'm talking about from a woman's perspective because I am a woman. But
Yeah.
I'm open myself up to get pregnant by you.
Because that possibility is there.
Okay.
Lock
Okay.
in.
Let's roll with this.
If
Now
you
we
don't want
know
to lock
can
in with
we know
that contract of marriage, then this you gonna get locked in and
well
Mm-hmm.
maybe in
Like
negative
my dad.
and on the
well
on
well maybe it's like this. Okay, we know Cam is in his 30s. I don't know. Cam, I'll get Cam maybe what, 35, 36. I don't know, somewhere along that way. I don't know, give or take. So maybe the woman is a little younger, maybe 28. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who he's dating. I don't know nothing about the
with
lady.
somebody if you don't want to marry her, you gonna lay up and have a baby with her.
People do that all the time.
Right. But when it's something on the table, on the line. I'm just thinking on the perspective. I'm just, hey, come on. That's
No, I
not
get it.
eyes. You got, and then you're gonna have a baby. Cause see, I never knew my father, but he was. They had their differences and things like that. But my father was married to my mother. I can at least say my mother wasn't a baby mother. Now, no shade to the baby mothers out there, but she said that's my name. She said, I married your daddy twice, and he just
Right.
right, and I had to let it go. I'm sorry. He just out there. He wanted to do this and do that. She said, I said I can handle that. But if you ever want to cut, she never dogged him, but she told me the truth about what happened. But my point is, if you dealing with somebody and they say they don't want to get married, that means they don't want to make a full commitment to you in the eyes of the Lord. They don't want to lock in with you. So why would you lay down and have a baby with them? That's
People,
weird. It makes
no,
me
I
think
no,
about
yeah, I know, but see, that's what I'm saying. People, you know how things are, and it sounds like no shade, no, don't take this wrong.
right.
Sound like you're an older, mature woman,
Yeah,
and see that you look at life different. The women these days, they're different. They don't look at things like that.
yeah, yeah.
Their outlook on things are different. Because I look at it like I be like, some of the ladies I see, they have babies, and then I be like, well, what? The baby brand new. The baby no more about 3 months old. What the daddy at? Oh,
Right.
shit, we ain't
I'm not
together.
locked in with nobody. If you don't
Yeah,
want to marry me, I'm not gonna lock in with you with a baby.
I
But
know it, but
accidents do happen, and you got to deal with them. That's the way life is. You got to deal with the toys and strife. You got to deal with it. But why would you openly put But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was an accident with Cam Newton and his
yeah,
wife
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to
That's
get
why some of
I'm
this stuff be
outside.
playing. But see, you gotta look at it like this. I look at it today when I see, especially younger people, and they have children. I be thinking some of these children are not made out of love because
Yeah, I'm saying
okay,
right, right.
look when my girlfriend at the time she told me she was pregnant with my child. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
already know we getting married. I don't want nobody to be around my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
So, but today I don't. You got to question that sometimes. I know that's the way I do. I look at it like that. I don't think some of these babies are being made out of love today.
That's true. That's why I say these athletes and these entertainment and these men, you got to protect yourself. Stop dealing with these chicks and having babies.
Yeah,
You're not even married yet. What's going on? Don't I'm not babies are a gift from God. I'm not
they
trying
are.
And I don't know the lady that he's with. I don't know their relationship. I have no clue. But I'm just going on what I've seen generally that there's a possibility that could happen. You want to
Yeah,
make it inevitable that you won't get contemplate. You want to make the outcomes really slim that this may not turn out bad. Right. But
yeah.
if everything is in the line, he's there for me. You want to do the things the right way. When you do things the correct way, it's a slim chance that things is gonna go left.
I agree. But now, how long? Now, I want to ask you this question here. How long did it take you to get that mind frame that you got right now?
Phew, I'm 45. I mean, yes, 45 years and just seeing, just experience and karmic lessons and taking accountability of what part I played in and why things didn't work out and you know and
There it
saying
is. There it
and
is.
just saying, hey, these are the things that I need to work on with myself, and this is why, and and then just observing of people making mistakes and learning from that.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And I think sometimes, I think the lady before you, like some people get out, they make mistakes early. I mean, it happens sometimes. I mean, we human, but you try to, correct the stuff along the way as you continue to mature as a person.
Right,
That's all you can do. That's why I was saying about the body count and Cam asking these questions. I was like, this make nothing but sense
right.
because you want to know what you're getting yourself involved with. And that way, you guys can make good decisions on whether you guys want to be together or not. And that way, nobody disappointed, nobody hurt, nobody saying that you misled me and things like that.
But that is to each his own. But to me,
Mhm.
I believe I don't ask questions that I really don't know the real answer to, that I don't want. But I really feel like I'm not gonna judge nobody on their past. And it's like I'm not concerned with who all you have slept with. I don't know them people. That was before you met me. And it
Okay,
doesn't mean you're dirty or you're unworthy or you're not valuable and you can't be a good person and you can't treat me the way I need to be treated because of the other people who you made a mistake with and you slept with and laid down with. I'm not even concerned with that. But what matters to me is at the present time, what we got going. What you did in the past, I don't know them chicks. You can
yeah,
do. I don't even. That's your past.
okay. Now I have another question there because this
That's,
is what I've done prior, to this relationship that I'm currently involved in. Uh, uh, the medical history.
mm-hmm. April's right. It's deeper than the body count. Sorry, excuse me. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. The medical history. I had to know that. You know, was there anything that you might have had in the past that you have gotten rid of, or something that you still holding on to? We need to go get checked out when we start
Oh,
getting to that point.
go get checked out. That's just to reassure. To me, that's on another level when we get to a point to where
Yeah,
we want to be together.
yes,
And I'm
yes.
not no
That's
great.
not up front. Yeah, that's not up front. That's later on.
Right, right, yeah. Mm, I totally agree with that. But at the beginning, I don't really do know. Okay, do you want to have children? Okay, what do you do about this? How much do you make a job? We right now, this is just me. This is not the Bible. This is the way I do my thing.
No,
We
I
get
get it.
together.
I
We
get it.
I want to see if I can get along with you. Do our personalities click? Do you like the things I like? Do you have a sense of humor? Do you laugh at the things I like to laugh at? Do you have an angelic heart? Do you walk in the spirit of dominion? Are you righteous? What are your values? What are your fundamentals?
Gotcha.
In alignment with that
Yeah,
first.
yeah. No,
And
it's
then
not.
how do you view, like, the position, the roles that we play? Are you going to honor your manhood, and the way that you honor your manhood, am I able to submit and honor that by submitting to you? Is your style of manhood something that I can deal with and submit to?
Gotcha.
Sometimes the relationship and the manhood too strong. It's not that men have different styles of manhood.
I agree.
And I, and I kind of, and I really, I like to let free. I like to respect free will and let the man, whoever I'm dating, do his thing. So I can see how you get down in your natural habitat. I'm not gonna pressure. I'm not gonna argue. I just want to be smooth.
There you go.
Then, if anything, some hiccups, I'm gonna still speak my mind. I want to see if we can stand the rain. How do you deal with conflict? Because
Yeah.
I like to argue.
You say that again. You say you what now?
I said I want to, and then after that, I like to see how can we can we stand the rain? How do you deal? How does he deal with conflict? What is his conflict solution strategy?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah,
Is
that's important.
that toxic, or is that does he talk about it? Does he want to argue? Does he want to get violent, physically violent? Does he, is he a narcissist? Does he want to get his lick back, but then lie in my face and say that we all good? I want to know.
That's great. That's that's those are legitimate, good questions, and something to definitely observe. But see, you don't see a lot of that in your early years. No, you can't. You
How
don't.
right. I don't
Yeah.
ever ask these things. I just wait and just see how it plays out and just observe and just see. But he's
Yeah.
not under a spotlight. I'm not testing him. It's just something that, little different situations that occur that lets me know how he handles things. And I hope that in oh, that's the word I'm gonna use, in reference, he does the same with me, if that's the right word. You know what I mean? Like we both seeing if we are, compatible.
Yeah. Of course, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. I
But
get it.
sometimes some people you deal with people they don't know what they want. If they don't know what they want and if they don't know themselves, how can they know if you compatible if they don't know what they want? They haven't dealt with their childhood trauma
Absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
past that they ain't never got over. 'Cause you got
Yeah.
to get out all that trash. Because if you got all that trash in there, it's murky. It's murky. Your energy is murky. So you got to be clean in the inside. You gotta heal, gotta get over things. You can't bring your past relationships into this new thing. Just because she did that, now I'm doing something that may seem like I did what your ex did. Now I'm, now you
Yeah.
about cutting me off like a samurai sword. No, and I ain't even on that tip. You can't do that. You got to wipe the slate clean and you can't bring your past trauma into the new thing. But at the same time, remembering and learning from to know what it looks like. That's why I say when you go in a relationship, you can't think, I don't want to get hurt. How you gonna get hurt? Because you've been hurt before and you know what it looks like.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You can't live like that.
No.
You can't go into a relationship like that.
Right.
That go both ways. Whether you are professional, whether you're business, and also in your dating life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't think like that because
And
you'll
some
start you'll start seeing things that are not there
true, true.
because you're looking for them,
Yeah.
and start seeing stuff that's not there. So
That's true. And
yeah,
plus, I believe that whenever relationship when you dating and you go through things and it don't work out, I think that some people probably not into spiritual thing, but I believe, how you deal with that thing. I don't know if you ever heard of a thing called catalyst or
yeah, yeah, yeah. I am.
sometimes you deal with people that are representation of the things that you have not healed. So when you're dealing with that person and it didn't work out, let's say you're dealing with a woman and she lied and she cheated on you. Well, it's something in your past that dealt with, something that was uh, n- trauma, like being lied to, or dealing with something that you got to heal, dealing with truth. So in order for you to heal the truth, or maybe even come to accepting something about yourself, you got to deal with the karmic lesson of being lied to and knowing what truth is, so you can find the truth within yourself.
I agree.
Then if you
Agree.
deal with somebody that let's say is violent, maybe physically violent, that's triggering something within you to find self-love, self-worth.
Boy, that is. You talk about a toxic relationship when it's like that. I
I
don't
know
even
I
think I
know
can deal with
that's
nothing
a
like that.
higher level, but I'm just saying, just trying to, overall.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
So sometimes when you're dealing with stuff and you're dealing with people, You can't give us, hey, there ain't no good women out there. They all lie and they all this. No, there is. It's just that you're being put through karmic lessons so you can heal and be strong. And then when you're done with the karmic lessons, that's when you're ready and be in alignment to meet your match.
Yeah, that's
But
why
people
the question is
up
good.
during in the middle of the karmic lesson.
Get it?
Different, you meet your catalyst. And once you heal all that trauma and find self-love, you got to be okay with being by yourself and heal all of that. Once you do, then abracadabra, you're gonna meet your person.
Yeah. Mm. What's your name again?
Mo the culture, but my real name is Lakeisha.
Oh, I guess the piece. All right. My name is Don. That's my name. But it's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure.
This
Ticket.
was a nice little old talk.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Ticket had fell asleep or something. And so I've been sub for
Fell
Ticket
asleep
for a
on
minute.
think we boring. What he done? I fell asleep. We done put him to sleep.
Yeah, we put him to sleep. We put him to sleep. And
Well,
then that's
probably
I think that's our cue for the go ahead and let Ticket close this on our let and do what he got to
right.
do. And it's been a pleasure. Ticket, you ought to drop this link more, and we have a couple conversations like this because you be having some dynamite topics, bro. But I don't be want to do all that typing all the time. So,
I know.
'cause, I'm a truck driver and I drive a lot, so I can't do all that typing, man.
Yeah, this was this is what social media is all about. It's the essence of social media. People getting on here and they talking and they sharing their experiences in life. And hey, I don't know everything. I just share what I've been through. And you got to be a fool before you're wise, and you got to crawl before you walk. And sometimes people have yet to receive the information. And in the student energy all the time. I'm open to learn. And hey,
There
I
you
love
go.
different perspectives.
There you go. Well, I'm gonna stick a pin in it right there for me. It was my pleasure. I'm
Yeah.
over here. I'm over here a lot. I'm quite sure we'll see each other around over here on Ticket
Yeah,
Show.
we will, because I'm a frequent, constant supporter. I'm always in his channel. It's
Yeah.
very cool who I see. I go around on social media and it's few, I just don't be in everybody's thing. People who I really like their content and I like who they are as a person and their point of views, I stay locked in and I always come to their channel.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. All right.
So
All right. It's been my pleasure. Ticket. Hey man, stay up, man. Keep pushing this good information out. I love what you be doing, man. Your shows be a bomb, man. Them topics they be rolling, man. I can't get to all your lives, but yeah, I check a lot of your replays out though. You guys be good, man. I'm gonna get at y'all later.
okay, well, thank you, chat, for being supportive of the conversation. This was really a nice live chat. Love the content. And I don't know what Ticket TV probably handled some business or stepped away, or he probably dozed off. And if he did, he's, in his rights to be, because he be putting in work on this darn channel. He is the hardest man working on YouTube. He always brings us the good breaking news content. So, I'm gonna let him get his rest and I'm just gonna drop down on my own. And hopefully Ticket TV after his breaking news and live chats, he makes this a habit of opening up the lines at the end and letting us kind of, go back and forth and having a good discussion with critical and thinking skills and conversational etiquette. Loved it. Everybody enjoy your day and thanks for having me up, Ticket TV. One love. Peace.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drought weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.